Let's bring in Demola. Let's take a look at the games that went down yesterday. Well, Tottenham, beat Arsenal to go back to top of the Premier League. Is it too early now to think that Jose Mourinho and his men will challenge for the Premier League title?
Tough one in the weekend, on the personal aspect of being an Arsenal fan. I really don't know what's wrong with the club. But as for Jose Mourinho, you'd expect that Tottenham are getting what they wanted when they appointed him as the manager. And it's not new. We know how Mourinho does his thing. Get the first goal or two and then park the bus.
He locks up.
He locks it up. You can't penetrate. And, it's tough because and then when you see the game in the weekend, it helps you realize that possession is not everything in football, no matter how much you keep
and
the
Mourinho
ball.
is not particular about ball possession.
Exactly.
He's pragmatic. He wants results.
Whatever it takes to win. You score the goal, you block it all up at the back, And this is the thing about Arsenal, no matter how much you keep the ball, if you don't have a rhythm, creativity, you're never going to get goals.
Yeah, that's an area.
Irrespective of whatever, attacking force you've got. So I think it's time for Mikel Arteta to find a sort of rhythm. I don't know what's going on with Ozil. If it's a political situation, we don't know. Since May, when he voiced out about pay cuts, he hasn't played. This
thing happens in almost every corner. Bringing politics into everything that people do. Fans are beginning to say, look, you need to bring in Ozil to bring creativity.
It goes beyond what we can see, and then you start to wonder, are we just paying £350,000 for Messi Ozil just week in, week out, and then we're not getting anything?
Doesn't make good meaning.
We need creativity. The Arsenal team, they need rhythm, no matter how much they keep the ball, because they're good at that. They keep the ball, so...
all right, Demola. Well, the fans return to the studio. I beg your pardon. I wanted to say studio.
Stadium.
The stadiums, across England, yesterday, and there was a sense in which, people were excited, fans were excited, and Jurgen Klopp, as we listened to him a few moments ago, of course, expressed his excitement as well at the return of fans.
Yeah, absolutely huge sigh of relief, for football. We've been it's been 9 months, we've been waiting for this moment to come. About 2,000, 3,000 fans on an average, obeying the rules of social distancing. And, Liverpool fans never cease to disappoint. You could see the game last night.
You never walk alone.
Exactly. Behind, both goals opposing each other. And it says a lot. It says, the enigma of the fans coming back, because they're just 2,000, 3,000. And the noise is just like when it's 60,000. So, it shows how much football fans have missed the game. And, it's a really huge sigh of relief to be back. And then hopefully, as the time goes on, we get more numbers in the stadium.
Well, the one thing that, put a dent, on the games over the weekend was, Millwall in the Championship, their fans booing players who took a knee, to support the fight against racism. What does that really tell about the efforts, towards eradicating racism in football?
Absolutely disgusting thing to see. I'm going to try as much as possible not to be exactly critical about that, because, it's a huge blow on the face of, FIFA, the Premier League. We've been fighting racism in football for as long as, So seeing football fans coming back to the stadium after 9 months without football, and then that's what they are doing. It shows a lot, it says a lot. And then, Wayne Rooney voiced out his displeasure over it, called it, unnecessary, mindless, and it's just absolutely disgusting. Gary Rowett, the Millwall manager, has also come out to rebuke his fans, and it's just absolutely, it's just irresponsible, and then it says a lot about Millwall fans, really, and I really don't know how to express my disappointment about the situation. So,
it's not good at all.
It's not.
At a time that the world is uniting against racism and football, and fans have been crying for so long, players have been crying for so long as well, that look, not enough action has been taken to stamp out racism in football. And this does appear to be a time that there's so much unism and trying to stamp this in a menace.
I'm glad they lost, because they lost the game. They lost 1-0 to Derby. So it's a good way. It's a good way to shut the fans up, because it was absolutely disgusting to see. So
Demola, thank you very much indeed for
You're welcome, Mike. Good morning.